What's up, boys? So Tim Welch talked about Israel Adesanya today on his podcast, and it was something very interesting. I just want you guys to keep in mind before I play this clip. Israel Adesanya is 1-4 in his last five. He's won one match in the last five fights that he has been in. I'm going to play this clip.
Yeah, another thing with Izzy, he was saying he's kind of enjoying his life. Before, he was just like taking all these back-to-back fights. If you look at some of the old pay-per-views, every other pay-per-view he was the headliner of. And he's taking some break, and it seems like he's just in a really good headspace.
Good headspace, by the way. Izzy got knocked out 2 months ago in the second round by Imavov. He's in a good headspace, by the way.
Good headspace, and it seemed like he was wanting that Strickland fight back.
Yeah. If they fought, what do you think would be the difference?
What would be the difference?
Izzy, I mean, they said, I mean, not excuses and stuff, but that was a very, his knee was fucked up. He was just so burnt out. It was just a bad night where he didn't show up. Yeah, another thing with Izzy, he was...
Okay, so nothing would be different, just he wouldn't have a bum knee. The only thing that would be different in the Adesanya-Sean Strickland rematch is that Adesanya wouldn't have a bum knee. Listen, if you look at that fight on paper, it was a little bit close, but the real people who watch this fight know that Sean Strickland dominated with a 1-2 and a teep kick. He dominated with a 1-2 and a teep kick. It was over after round one. Okay? It was domination galore from Sean Strickland. He, hands down, won every single round, 50-45. It was nothing. But after Sean Strickland beat you, you get finished twice. Strickland submits you, and Imavov sleeps you. You know, why are you trying to run back the fade with the one guy who didn't finish you? Arguably, he did finish you though in the first round. You were, was it first round or second round when he did the 1-2 and Izzy slept a little bit, but he recovered. If Sean Strickland stayed on you, I'm pretty sure the round ended right after that, and you got saved by the bell. But it's fine. Why are we running back the Sean Strickland fade? Listen, Izzy's done. Izzy's career is done. I know it's a shitty thing to say. Listen, in 2023, he was the guy, right? I understand that, but Pereira came and took all of his clout, sucked all of the clout up in the room, and then moved to light heavyweight. Transferred to light heavyweight, said, fuck this guy. Then Adesanya lost to what was Sean Strickland? A plus 400 underdog? Plus 600 underdog? Plus 440. He was a plus 440 underdog. Goes to lose against a plus 440 underdog. Then goes and fights Strickis, which was like racially charged. And still loses to an underdog. Then he goes fights Imavov on a fight night, which is just like hella disrespectful, and gets slept by an underdog. This point, boys, I do not want to see Israel Adesanya as the favorite. I don't. And I'm going to make a prediction. Izzy's next fight will not be a main event. It will not. He's past that point of his career of being a main event and being a draw. It's over. Izzy's career is done. He just got knocked out 2 months ago, February 1st. It's 420. Blaze it, but it's 420. Okay? If you really think about it, boys, it's time to hang it up. Unless you want to feed him to Anthony Hernandez. Feed him to Anthony Hernandez, I guess, or Brendan Allen, I guess, but Izzy's next fight is not going to be a main event. It's not. It might be 5 rounds. It might be a co-main. Definitely going on a fight night, and you're definitely not being a main event. You know? I just find that amazing that Tim Welch comes out and says, Izzy's in a good headspace. Izzy got this. He did just get knocked out 2 months ago by a #1 contender, and, they had to scrape him off the octagon floor, but he's in a good headspace right now. Yes, he did lose 4 of his last 5, but he's in a great headspace. Anyways, this also came out, so I know Izzy's training for something. And he's in his Tony Ferguson arc. Izzy's in his Tony Ferguson arc. You know that the OGs are in their Tony Ferguson You know that the OGs are in their Tony Ferguson era when they're hanging out with David Goggins. and they're posting shit like this. Izzy, your cardio is really never a problem. It's a chin. It's a chin. Not to shit on David Goggins, but I've never seen David Goggins win a fight, you know? Nobody said the dude can't run 25 miles in a row without stopping. You know? He's never won a fight. Why are you training with a guy who's not a fighter? That's one thing I don't understand. I feel like everybody sees Marab as the cardio king, cardio machine, and they're like, we got to get on that. We're going to call the best cardio guy we know, which is the Boatman. But this signifies the decline, if we're being honest. Seeing you hang out with David Goggins and training with David Goggins shows the decline. Tony Ferguson stamped that. You could blame Tony for me saying that. You know, 1,000%. 1,000%. But please, nobody wants to see the Izzy Sean Strickland fight. It's kind of just like pointless, if you ask me. You know, give Sean Strickland to anybody but Izzy. You know, give Izzy to another prospect like Kyle Brahalo if he's not fighting Hamzat. Strickus is out. Who knows? You know, all of these divisions are now just up in the air. You know, all of the UFC divisions are up in the air. Anyways, boys, this is just like a little bit of outrageous news, okay? Give Izzy some time. Let the boy rest. Let the boy chill out. Can we let his brains, like, set in his head, please? Anyways, boys, it's your boy. Peace.